Okay, so I'd like to welcome our first guest, Dr. Viktoria Taroudaki. She's an assistant professor of computational mathematics and been with Eastern since 2017. She teaches a variety of courses, both graduate and undergraduate level in mathematics and statistics, and her PhD is from University of Maryland. And she's actually joining us from Greece. How cool is that? I know you're not planning to be in Greece for the whole quarter. You planning on coming back to Sheeny anytime soon?
Right, I'm planning on being there when the quarter starts. So
Right.
next
Yeah.
week. Mm-hmm.
We're looking forward to having you back. So, hey, so your background's in computational mathematics. What exactly is a computational mathematician?
So what we're doing is we are taking all the theory from mathematics and we're trying to create algorithms that are very efficient and effective to put on the computer and solve a lot of different problems that arise in everyday life. So this is very vague or very broad description, but there are a lot of different things that we do. So one of them is image processing. And what I usually say to people is like, if you see Photoshop, that's a job that a computational mathematician is doing, like creating all the algorithms, everything behind that. In the medical field, for example, in the ultrasounds, we need to have very crisp images. And again, the computational mathematician will be the one who is behind the machine, who is behind the program that creates that image. There are a lot of computational mathematicians that are used to be able to figure out where exactly a speaker needs to be in architecture when a concert hall is being created. So it's not just one specific thing. It's like a computational mathematician can take mathematics and use them for everything in nature.
So what kinds of courses should students take if they want to go in that direction? What are some of the key courses that are important in computational mathematics?
Differential equations, for sure, and in mathematics, this is a required course. And then numerical analysis, numerical linear algebra, those would be the most appropriate courses, in my opinion. Partial differential equations. And maybe, since we need to have electives from other departments, I would go with something from computer science or engineering to incorporate more variety into it.
That's fantastic. So how can students get involved if they're majoring in mathematics and they want to work with? Can you work with them on some projects? How would they go about doing that?
Absolutely. I mean, there is definitely the senior thesis that they can choose to work with me on a specific project if they want to. There are also direct studies if they're very passionate about something and they want to learn more and there is not a specific course that is like that, or they want to do something more than just the senior thesis, then there is that possibility as well. If they have a specific topic, they can come with a specific topic. If they want to, for example, work on epidemiology, because this is the big thing right now, they can say, okay, I want to work on epidemiology, and then we can sit down together, discuss, and find a specific problem that we will want to work on.
Are there any other activities that students can get involved with, such as clubs or competitions or things like that that you could tell us about?
So the mathematics department has the math club, where students come together every so often. There are some discussions and talks. We also have the Putnam exam that's happening every year. I'm not sure what's going to happen this year, but this is a very prestigious, I would say, exam because it's difficult, but if you get a good score, that's definitely good for your career from then on. And then we have a lot of other opportunities for students to volunteer at the university with different events that are happening either in the department, in the college, or the university in general. And we actually had some of those happening last year, and I think both as the students and people from the community enjoyed that.
Hey, I couldn't help but notice last spring when I walked outside of Kingston. It seems like you were always outside there with your students, and we see students always occupying your office. It seems like you're doing some very innovative things with students these days. How are you handling things now that we're in a remote environment?
I mean, every year, every quarter, every class is different. Every student is different. So the learning environment has to change and adapt based on the student. And so I am trying to have visual things. I'm trying to have lectures. I'm trying to have group work. I'm trying to have everything I can so that each student can get something from my classes. And that's what happened when it's spring and it's great weather. I go outside. I'm trying to have games in the class and group work. Some of them are not as easy to do during like the pandemic now that we're online. But we're lucky enough that the technology is great and we can actually have smaller groups that work together. I prefer the synchronous classes because I have well, it's not really face-to-face, but still I can see the students and they can see me and we can talk in real time. Exams change, assignments change the way they're done, but they're still the same in terms of how important they are for students to learn. And I'm always there trying to answer questions via Zoom now, whenever the students have. So I still hold virtual office hours and I'm still there for appointments if the students want to meet at a different time.
Well, that is fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope
Thank you.
Safe. Have a safe trip home, and we look forward to seeing you in Chile soon.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.